You've got the content, you've got the expertise, you've talked about your membership, you've probably even built a waiting list, and maybe you even launched a few times already, and people are still not joining. So you do what most membership site owners do. You tweak the sales page. Maybe you change the price. Maybe you add a bonus. Maybe you rewrite the email sequence. And none of it works because none of it is actually the problem. See, there are only 3 reasons people don't join your membership. Only 3, not 12, just 3. And I am going to share them with you in this video. After 19 years of building memberships and hundreds of conversations with coaches and membership site owners stuck in that exact same spot, I can tell you, when somebody doesn't join your membership, there are only 3 possible reasons. They don't believe in you, they don't believe in your offer, or they don't believe in themselves. That's it. And knowing which one you're actually dealing with changes everything about what you do next. So let's break them down. Reason number 1, they don't believe in you. So let's get this one out of the way because it stings a little. This doesn't mean that you're not good at what you do. It just means that they haven't seen enough evidence yet to trust you that you can get them the results that they want. And that's a very different thing. I talk to membership site owners all the time who have great expertise, years of experience, real results with real people, and none of that is visible to the person sitting on the other side of their sales page. The content talks about what they teach, but never shows what happens when someone actually applies it. Their posts share knowledge, but they never share proof, or very little. Their emails have generous value, but they really lack specifics. So the prospecting member is sitting like thinking, this sounds good, but can she do this for somebody like me? And when this question goes unanswered, the answer is no. And here is what fixes it. Not more credibility markers, not more logos on your websites, not another certification in your bio. What fixes it is specificity. When I talk about Andrew and Pete from Atomic launching their Ask Tom AI assistant inside their Mavericks program and eating 1,000 conversations within 48 hours, it does more for me for trust than sharing my 19 years of experience. When I share that one of my clients, Jess, who had over 600 members in her membership, 6 years of content, and her membership had become a library that people started to feel overwhelmed with, and then I tell you exactly what we changed and what happened after, that's not marketing, that's evidence. Your prospective members need to see themselves in someone who has already said yes. If they can't find that person in your world, they won't become that person either. So if the belief in you is the gap, the fix is not louder marketing. It's showing your work. Case studies, testimonials, real numbers, real actual outcomes from real people. Stories that name the before and the after and how it made them feel, and the specific thing that changed in between. Not my members love it, because that means nothing to someone that hasn't joined. More like, she went from drowning in support requests to having thousands of conversations handled for her without her having to add a single hour of support. That means something. Reason number 2, they don't believe in your offer. This one is sneaky because it actually disguises itself as a pricing problem. Maybe I should lower the price. Maybe I need to add more to justify the price. Maybe I need to create a different tier. But usually none of these are the issue. When someone doesn't believe in your offer, here is what they're actually saying. I don't see where this is actually getting me from where I am to where I'm going. And honestly, a lot of the time they are right to feel that way. Because a lot of memberships are described in terms of what people are getting by joining, not really what the member actually gets. So you'll do weekly live calls, a content library, maybe a community, maybe monthly masterclasses. Okay, but so what? What happens to me when I use all of that? What result do I walk away with? In what timeline? What changes in my business, in my life, in my health? There is a filter that I run everything through right now. And I learned this from Dean Jackson. And those four words are: you get benefit now. Is it clear who is this for? Is the benefit obvious and specific? Does it feel like something that they receive, not something that they have to build? And does it feel like it starts soon, not eventually? And most membership sales pages fail on at least two of those. The other place I see this breakdown is when the offer doesn't actually match the actual problem the member is trying to solve. I had a client, brilliant coach, incredible methodology, but she had structured her membership into delivering more and more content every month because that's what she thought value looked like. And her members were very overwhelmed parents who didn't want to be consuming. They wanted to have one clear thing to do next, not another module to watch. So when we organized our content into clear pathways based on what members were actually trying to fix, and we added AI support so they could get unstuck anytime instead of waiting for the next call, the whole thing transformed. Same content, very different offer structure. So if belief in the offer is the gap for you, it's restructuring what's already there so the prospect can see a clear, specific path from where they are to the result that they want. Not a here is everything you get, more like here is what changes for you. And then reason number 3, they don't believe in themselves and their ability to actually do the work. So this is the one almost nobody talks about. And it might be the most common of all 3. Your prospective member has looked at your sales page. They trust you. They see the value. They see that other people like them got results. They believe the offer works. They just don't believe that it will work for them. I don't have enough time. I've tried this before. I don't know if I can commit to do this consistently. I'm not smart enough. My situation is different. I've started programs like this before and I stopped. I'll sign up and not do the work and then my money will be wasted. And that voice in their head, it's not about you. It's about every program that they've joined probably, every course that they bought and never finished, every membership that they signed up to and then stopped logging in after 2 months. So they've got a track record with programs, and it's not good, and they know it. But here is the part that matters. This is actually a legitimate concern, because most programs that they've joined probably let them fall through the cracks. They were probably lacking the structure and the systems to actually support them. Most programs are content heavy and support light. Most programs have no actual accountability built in, so of course they drifted because the program was not designed for them to succeed. And that's exactly why I talk so much about the CSA model that stands for content, support, and accountability. You need content, you need support, and accountability working together. Because when someone who doesn't believe in themselves sees a program that has genuine support that's actually built in, like it is expected that you will get stuck, that you will question yourself, but we have tools and solutions inside to help you make that decision. We see you. When they see that in your program, something shifts. They see your program differently. They start thinking, it sounds like this program is different. One of my clients had a program where members were signing up, getting all excited, but then she had a big churn at month 2. Her methodology, what she was teaching was great, but there was obviously something missing. And we identified that we were actually not catching people when they were getting stuck. So we built an extra support layer and we brought in AI into it, the right kind of AI, trained it on her framework and her way of coaching, and they got thousands of conversations in the first months. Thousands. And she could see people actually move through the program for the first time. And that didn't happen because the content improved. We actually did not even change the content. but we changed the experience. We changed the structure of the program to make support and accountability an integral part of the experience. So if self-belief is the gap for you, the fix is not a better sales page or lowering your price. Probably not. It's building the thing that makes the promise believable. A real support system, visible before they buy and completely integrated into the experience. And your offer needs to show them we don't just teach, we help you implement and get results. We're here with you through the hard parts because they are going to come. And then saying that in your marketing, not as a feature, but as a promise. So here is the honest truth. Most membership owners, when growth starts to stall, they immediately jump to tactics. A new funnel, a new launch, a new platform, a new pricing, a new membership tier. But tactics are not going to fix this beliefs gap. The good news is that once you know which belief to focus on, the fix is usually simpler than you think. Belief in you, show more proof. Real story, real numbers, real people. Believe in your offer, restructure how you describe it. So the path to the actual result is more obvious and specific. Belief in themselves, build the support systems that show that you are different. Build the support system that makes the promise feel safe. And if you're not sure which one it is, just ask. Talk to the people that almost joined and didn't. The answer is almost always in their words, not in your analytics dashboard. So if something resonated with you here and you want to figure out which belief gap is holding your membership back, hit the link below and let's talk it through. That's what we do at the Membership Lab. I'll see you in the next one.